Hello, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. Remember, Monique is only going to be here Monday through Wednesday, and so it's my turn at the microphone, and we are going to cover in detail a couple of questions I got. And it was not about this videos that we're doing here, but I figured I would kind of refresh your knowledge of this. Yes, the little Vonets box. I got a couple questions about this M300 and the Mini 300s it's called, and I thought I would also answer the questions online here too. By the way, you can also find out more from the manufacturer called Vonets.com. It's actually right on the back of the box here. Vonets.com. And this RG45 pigtail I made myself, so this is custom made by me. And what this is it's a very simple device that lets you connect devices that do not have built-in wireless support into your existing wireless internet. And this one, I believe, is 802.11b, G, and N, but only at the standard 2.4 gigahertz range. It's not the 5 gigahertz model. And if you want to see more detail on this item, you can find that on my Vonets Mini 300 review. I've used it a few times with my T-Mobile Wi-Fi, which we're using right now to get this video out to you. Speaking of that, I don't even know if I plugged that into the charger, so let me just make sure, because I'm trying to get all these set up here. So just need this time, so just give me a second here. Okay, we're all set. And we'll see if this thing is recording. It is. Yeah, let's move this over a little bit. Looks like it's pretty good right there. Make sure the other one's on. Yes. Okay. And yes, I checked the 9-volt battery. The voltage right now is 8.3 volts. Open circuit voltage. The green LED is bright and strong, so hopefully we should be able to not have any hiccups. Yesterday the video got cut short because of the phone was not fully seated in the charger. Something I didn't check. I'm gonna check that real quick here. It's easy to do. Yes, it is. Okay. Just make sure everything is connected. I kind of got the set a little later in the day. And let's see if the sound's working correctly. Yes, it is. Testing. Yep, you can hear it. Okay. So today, we are just me and you. Like Tiffany's song says, I think we're alone now. And we're going to cover some topics in addition to the thing I just mentioned. Now, Margaret Howell from InfoWars reported that a Chinese manufacturer is making plans to bring more jobs back to Ohio. And one of the posters pointed out to me is that they've been actually in this United States right now as far as a presence for several years. And that's great. I'm looking forward to seeing that kind of stuff because it means that there will be jobs coming back here to the United States. And gotta make sure not to work this cord loose, because I have no idea how this thing is going to respond when I do that. So, we're gonna just. I've been working on this music for a while, and I want to just point out to you, as one person said to me, is a couple people kind of got kind of funny, snarky, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna answer the question. The first one is he thought it was pathetic that I wanted to go back to work, even though I'm on Social Security disability. That's kind of strange because, when people want to go back to work, you would think you'd be all excited, right? Hey, Michele wants to go back to work. That's great. It means that there'll be more money coming in. She'll be able to pay her bills, and we'll all be singing happy songs, and that's great, right? Well, unfortunately, it seems that some people are a little bit upset that a person who is on disability wants to return to the workforce. Let me assure you, Social Security is not that great. Okay, it sucks. It doesn't pay great. The pay is terrible. Let's see if I can try to find. Well, why don't I listen to Margaret Howe's actual message from InfoWars? That way I can let you hear it, and then I gotta turn the headphones on so I can hear it too, because I kind of got a little confused with some of the stuff. So this is what Margaret Howe's got to say about this. First of all, let's see if there's comments so I can actually read this. Somebody said they're looking at Chinese tycoon Kan De Wang moves jobs to U.S. cutting labor costs and taxes in China. And then the person said, "Look at the comments, dumbass." Well, I'm looking at the description, and there is no comment about how to contact the company. So Margaret Howe, I don't want to get into trouble with InfoWars the right place, because I got a feeling that InfoWars might get a bit upset. I mentioned a lot of InfoWars videos. I do a lot of research to InfoWars, and the reason I do that is because they come up with some very good news along with other sources. ISIS releases attack list, targets U.S. churches. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I don't really want to hear about. Okay, all with due respect, guys. Some of the comments I received were like, I'm just looking at a few other notes. Michele, why don't you stick with the news before? Okay, I am. There's some things in here I will not respond. So, calling a person who is handicapped, multiply disabled, and wants to return to the workforce is not pathetic. Like we said yesterday with me and Monique, we talked about this. Social Security doesn't pay enough for people to make an honest wage. There's no incentive in the program to improve oneself. It's like a living wage. Not even a living wage, it's below minimum wage when you realistically look at it. If it was close to Connecticut's minimum wage, just to give you some quick math here, let me get my calculator out here, just so you can get quick math out of this, because I'm going to see if we can find this. Search. There's a calculator. Yeah. How does this thing determine what apps are the most popular? I don't really know, because that's a great question. I don't know how it does it, but let me see if I can find a calculator here, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Calculator, right? So, now, in Connecticut, the minimum wage right now, let me clear this calculator, clear entry here, is $10 an hour. Okay, let's say, I think it's a little less on the federal level. Let's say $8 an hour, okay? So, if you're working for $8 an hour to be considered minimum wage, and you work 40 hours a week, that's the times key, 40 hours a week. This is gross now, not net. We'll deal with the net because obviously you're going to be paying taxes, so it's obviously you can figure out what that would be. That comes out to be $320 a week times 4.3 weeks. Why 4.3? Because 4.3 is a good number of weeks. It's actually what you figure 12 months divided by 52 weeks. Okay, but I'm going to multiply by, okay? 4.3, enter, is $1,376 a month. I make $1,232 a month. Okay? So, you might say, well, gee, Michelle, that's only about $100+ extra. Yeah, but you know what? You have to pay for rent out of your pocket, your utility bills, your credit cards, your prescriptions. It does add up, and it makes it a lot harder. If you, now, as I said, that's minimum wage. Now, you're saying, yeah, but they gotta pay taxes on that. Great, good point. All right, so let's figure that out. For single zero, which is the highest tax rate, your take-home pay will be about, let's just, I forgot what the numbers was. I haven't worked in a while. Let's just say 90%, okay? Because you got to pay Social Security and all that crap too. So that means you're going to be bringing home what I'm making. $1,238.40. $1,238.40. Round it up, $1,239. Gee, Michelle, that's what you're going to get in January. So technically, you're making the equivalent of $8 an hour, 40 hours a week. And you can barely pay the bills. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. It's not that I don't want to pay. It's not that I don't want to work. Look, trust me, if you work, you have the ability to advance yourself. You can go up. You can get promoted if you do a good job to a higher level pay scale. You could get promoted to higher management positions. You know, that's different. That's the good thing about work. And it also makes you feel like you're doing more. Free money to pay your bills. Sorry, Matt, let's go. I know you love talking about that in your book, right? Free money to pay your bills. Free money to pay my bills, big deal. It doesn't do shit. It does nothing for a person's self-esteem. And that's one of the reasons why people work, too. There are people who love their job. There are people who have worked even after they retire. They said, no, I don't want to sit on my ass. I want a job. I want to go to work every day. I want a reason to get up in the morning. Or if you're a night person, a reason to get up at night. Go and work second and third shift and come home. Because it makes me feel good. And I want to feel good just like everybody else does. You know? So this company in Ohio now, apparently one of the contacts pointed out, it's been actually in the United States, at least a small portion of the company has been, for about 2+ years. Okay, I didn't know that. And he says, check the description, dumbass, for the contact information. I did. There is no contact information in the description. So if you looked at the description yourself, you would have seen that Margaret Howe did not list how to contact the company. So, who's the dumbass? Not me. Oh, he didn't check it, but I didn't check it either. But I was right when Margaret Howe didn't put a description. I suppose I can contact Margaret Howe on YouTube or on Twitter and ask her, Margaret, can you tell me how I can get in contact with this company in Ohio because I'm looking for a job? That's a good idea. You know what? I think I will. I think you should. Okay. Now, the phone number is open. Let's talk. Open line. Anything within reason goes today. I want to try to end it within an hour. At least I'd like to. Phone number is 860-718-6195. Again, that's 860-718-6195. 718-6195. I'm open to almost anything within reason. Though, when I mean reason is, if it's appropriate for public communications, we will discuss it. But if we're going to talk, if you want to talk something that's not, I'm going to have to quietly send you on your merry way. But I haven't had any phone calls at all to send anywhere. So, yeah, yesterday we got a phone call from the veterans donation company or a group that was working with veterans for funding for get donations for veterans support for suicide depression prevention. And I really was hoping he would call back, and he didn't. And so yeah, that's just an example of what I'm talking about. We got these great ideas, wonderful, wonderful options out there, and it's, I have to admit, it's been a real challenge to get you guys to call. I don't know what it takes. Why don't you tell them what you're thinking about for a few months? Months? No. Lum, I can't go plan months and with absolute certainty. No, I know that, but maybe you can talk about what you would like to do. Okay, well, first of all, I would like to get by Astara 200 subscribers. Now, we're only 42 short of that goal. 42 additional subscribers by the month of Astara, which is on March 21st. And I don't think that's undoable. I think that's quite doable. And it would be wonderful to see you be an active subscriber, because, we come up with new stuff often, and sometimes, I'll be honest, we don't always do a great bang-on job. These videos, so often I mess up, and they get screwed up pretty bad, and then they seem so amateurish. When you're on a very fixed income and you're trying to get yourself going on YouTube, and you only have a small subscriber base, and you have to work with what little you have, that means that there's times it's not going to seem as professional and polished as some of the larger channels that get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers. That's not going to happen, especially if they have a job in addition to their YouTube channel. They got funds coming in, money in the bank to invest in new equipment and resources, and that's not me. So, like I said, you say I have two microphones up here. The only reason I have two is because Monique uses one, I use one. Instead of constantly putting the microphones away, unplugging them and replugging them, and I said, screw it, leave them on the table. The black one is my main one. This is the SM57, that's on. Then, of course, we got the rebuild pile PDMac one on as well. So they're both going and they're both active. And you probably will notice that the microphones actually sound pretty good. And they do, because this microphone, I rebuilt this one. Let me pick up, I can pick this up and make too much noise here. I rebuilt this microphone completely from scratch. This thing is only original shell. It was totally renovated inside. And of course the Pile PDMac 1 is rebuilt. The Shure SM57 is a vintage Shure SM57 from the 70s. I got secondhand, and that was given to me, and it's a great microphone. And I've been trying to buy another one for a while, but at $100 a piece for a new one, it's just really, really expensive. But I'm going to keep trying to see if I can get one. And so with more donations from you, if you guys could help, a $5, $10 monthly donation would be a long way towards that goal. If I can get 10 subscribers, well, let's just make it easy. If I can get a ratio, let's say merch, let's say I hit 200 subscribers for this example, and 10 of you send $10 a month or on a regular basis, that's all. $10 a month, regular basis, every month. That's $100 available that we can use to buy equipment and repair things that are broken, and we can maybe improve the performance. Maybe eventually set up a small mixer like the like the Bay Ringer Xenix 802 mixer. I know it's not the best on the top of the line by any stretch of the imagination. It's got 2 microphone inputs, which means we don't have to use that Shure M68. I like the M68. It's actually not a bad mixer. It's it's a very nice mixer. It's a very good little microphone mixer. It does good. It works good with these dynamic mics, and it sounds good. After I recapped it, that is, in the power supply. I did not recap the preamp sections because they don't seem to have a problem. But they will probably be recapped soon. I got the parts to do that. I'm going to go ahead and might consider recapping it with some new electrolytics and work on improving the sound effects a little bit. Because it sounds great now as it is, but I got this service manual for it. I got schematics, I got all this stuff. I can rebuild that. There's no problem. Doing a little bit of triage as we can day on day out. The first thing I'm going to do is fix the SSM 1250. And that's not going to be too much to do. I actually have money earmarked next month in PayPal credit to buy the pieces, which includes a couple of the AGC glass fuses of 0.5 amp right up to 250 volts, and the pack of resistors. It was cheaper to go to Hong Kong to order them, because to order them from a U.S. seller with free shipping was just too much money. I know it's going to take longer to get the parts from Hong Kong. It's not exactly a high priority item. I don't have to rush out and do it tomorrow. So what's one of the things I kind of missed Radio Shack for? As much as you might think Radio Shack was a stupid store, Radio Shack in Winston, I think, may still exist. I don't know. But because you got to pay sales tax on it, it's a lot more money. You're paying a lot more money for the convenience of going to a corner Radio Shack and picking up the resistors and quarter watt sizes. I know they have, the original was 1/8 watts in the board, but 1/8 watts I think were a little bit undersized. So I'm going to go with quarter watt. And there's plenty of room in the board for quarter watts, so there's no reason why I couldn't go ahead and put quarter watts in. And it's just easy circuit to do. And what else? What else? Is there anything? Because I sure running out of ideas. Let's get to weather forecasts for the next few days. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll do that. The weather for the next few days. Let me switch over to the home screen. I'm going to keep calculating in the background here. Let's see. The next day news. Okay. So, let's go to the weather forecast. I just looked at it, but just to refresh your notes. Right now it is 4 degrees Celsius outside. It is mostly cloudy. Feels like 4 degrees Celsius. Winds at northwest at 4 kilometers per hour. Humidity is 55%. The UV index is low. It's dark, guys. It's almost stupid to bring it up. Right? Dew point is minus 3 degrees Celsius. Sunrise this morning was at 7:18 a.m. Sunset today was at 4:25 p.m. So, yeah, I know. Pretty good, right? And then, of course, let's go for the next few days, which I'm going to go through to... Well, let's see. Today's Thursday. It's going to be down to minus 2 degrees Celsius. Friday, which is also the soup kitchen Christmas dinner. Just to let you know that. You can make sure you get to that. You're not going to get wet. You're not going to need an umbrella. It's going to be mostly partly cloudy. A high of 5 degrees. A low of 0. 10% chance of precipitation. On Saturday, December 24th, Christmas Eve. Yeah. Christmas Eve. It's going to be rainy. Aww. It's It's not snow. It's rain. It's going to be a high of 4, a low of -1 degree Celsius. So it may potentially turn to some sprinkles later on, flurries later on in the night, but nothing serious. On Christmas Day, December 25th, it'll be sunny, a high of 3, a low of -7, 10% chance of precipitation. Monday, December 26th, a high of 4, a low of 3 degrees Celsius, 20% chance of precipitation. It'll be mostly cloudy, and that's about as far as I'm going to go right now, because the reasons I told you is that the Weather Channel for the extended forecast is just as good as a piece of toilet paper. I know that sounds stupid, but it's true. The Weather Channel, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with them, because they become the United States equivalent of the meteorology office in the UK. They become the main source of weather information, other than the National Weather Service, which is so pro-global climate change or global warming, has created maps and made our information that is absolutely positively extended forecast information is so irreliable. I won't even use it that much, because it's not, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. The Weather Underground did mention another weather site, but it's not as well known. I also know of AccuWeather.com, which I don't know much about them, because I don't think I've really used them. But that's one of the reasons why I have a hard time getting forecasts in the extended forecast. Now, like I said during my convocation, I want to bring this up to your attention. I'm out here to protect you. I'm out here to inform you and to enlighten you and to bring, as well as provide safety and comfort. If there's anybody in the world, it's nice to have a face that you can associate with the weather map. Oh, I know what you're going to say is, Jesus, I mean, I can go ahead and print a picture of you on my printer and throw darts at you. That's a good one. Yeah, well, it's true. I already got people kind of calling me pathetic because they want to go back to work. Oh, excuse me. I just happen to be that I don't want to sit on welfare forever, okay? And this channel was never really I don't really think this channel was ever going to bring a lot of income in. And so far, in that area, I have not been disappointed. But I do kind of wish I could get a 5 or a 10 or, come on. What's wrong, guys? I'm so simple. It's so simple, even a caveman can do it. Why? Because right on my page, there's a support option right there on the YouTube channel. So you can click on the $sign in the little blue box and make a donation to the channel, and it will help to defray the operating expenses. And don't forget, if there's some of these commercials, almost all these videos have AdSense now. I don't really want AdSense, but that's the only thing that seems to work. I have to have at least $1 worth of ad clicks for me to get paid at all. And right now we're at 83 cents. That's not a lot. I'm not getting anything right now. So with no money coming in, you check to see if on the AdSense YouTube page if that money added up to the point where maybe there's a check ready for you to be asked for or requested. No, I didn't. You should check it. I could, but they already said in the guidelines that you have to make at least $1 worth of ads before they're going to pay you anything. So it's I know that EE Vlog went ahead and he shared how much money he makes a year on YouTube, but first of all, he has an enormous number of subscribers. He's got like 40,000 people subscribed to his channel, but he's been around as long as I have. Of course, he covers a lot of the stuff that people love, like electronics and putting circuits together and unboxings and taking things apart. and his personality is very, very supportive and very infectious. Same thing with BigClive.com. Great guy. I really would like to meet him in person, but I'd have to go to the Isle of Man in the UK. I need to get a passport to do that, so that's going to cost $75 to get a passport, and it's going to take a couple months to go ahead and file the papers and all that. By that time, we have no idea what's going to happen. Of course, obviously, once I did get the passport, I'd have to go ahead and book a flight. I hate flying, but it's the cheapest choice. Otherwise, the other choice is to take a ship and sail from the United States to the UK. The nearest port is in New York City and the Hudson River. So I'd have to get down, take a transatlantic cruise or ship. I mean, not so much a cruise. Well, it would be a cruise. Even if I was in the berth of the ship, the lowest low was almost a point of portage. I would probably not really get there unless maybe in about a week, because cruise ships and then take their sweet time. They figure you're going to spend money on food and drink. And if I ever been on a cruise ship, I have been. The food's free, and so it's the tap water. But when you want to get a soda, you can charge it to your stateroom fee. But then by the time you get off the ship, you got this bill. So if you're on a cruise ship for a whole week and you're just drinking soda or juices, okay, I'm not even talking alcohol here. Because first of all, I'm a predisposed alcoholic. I will not drink alcohol because I know what it can do to me. And the few times I have had alcohol, I wasn't very fun. Okay, really. No, it wasn't really fun at all. But still, I had to see you. I really would love to meet some of these people. I watched your channel. I was like, would love to watch meet V West Life in person. I'd love to meet Databits in person. Now, both of these gentlemen are in the United States. Databits is in Missouri, and V West Life is in New Jersey. Okay, Big Clive is in the Isle of Man in the UK. EE Vlog is in Australia. I don't know exactly what part of Australia. And a few other people I'd like to meet is Alana Cole. Alana Cole is in California. I don't know if she wants to meet me, but maybe she would. Maybe somehow we could arrange a meetup somehow. And I'd like to have a meetup with my fans, but and my supporters and stuff too locally. But I don't know how we're gonna do that. Now, Monique says she had some ideas for the channel that she said she got her notebook today. She didn't get a chance to contact me and share them with me. So hopefully I will try to see what her suggestions are and get in contact with her in a couple of days. If not, we'll talk about them on the show. She said she really is committed to these videos. She really wants to continue doing them. So that's a great thing. I really look forward to having her on the show. She really brings this channel to life in a positive way. It makes this channel go very well. I know that the younger audience loves it when Alana's here. And, as I said, we had a couple mites last night. Hopefully today we're not going to have those mites. But I can't really tell, if we're going to have any mites or not. That's just life. So here's in short what we're going to do for the next few weeks. Well, I can at least promise you that much. Yeah, I can do that much. We're going to order the resistors we need for the SSM1250, along with a few other connector parts I need for the main camera. One of them is I want to choose a different kind of BNC connectors because the crimp-ons that we're using, they're not making good connections, and they've been that way from the day I got them. They crimp like crap. Crimp like crap. Okay. And the reason is because the connectors for RG6, this has aluminum braid on it. It's not copper. And so what's happening is the braid doesn't have a good, nice full braid, a nice big poofy braid that comes, I can go around and connect the barrel so that when I crimp it with my crimp tool, that I can get a good solid crimp. I just get like a couple pieces of strands of wire, and then it comes loose, the impedance goes way off, and then the camera does weird shit, and I want to fix that. So it's not the camera that's best. It's not the camera that's busted up. It's just the cable is terrible on that end. The studio end, the mixing control room end, which hardly ever gets flexed around. Really, it doesn't look bad, but we might replace that end too, just to be safe, make sure everybody's happy. No big deal. And we're going to go with the right angle ones, because that way, instead of having the wire sticking out like on this phone nets device, use this as an example. Why not? Okay, here we go. If I have, instead of having the wire dragging down like this, because it's heavy, it would be more like this. So we'll just go straight down, and it would be the nice right angle connector go into the BNC jack. So that's why I'm going to do that, and that's going to make things a little bit better. Because they're twist-ons, you can take them off. So if you need to redo them, less of a problem. And maybe someday I might decide, hey man, I need a longer cord, Well, you can always use inline couplers for that. That's true. Yeah. So, I guess it's going to be another one of those days and no phone calls. But I guess that's just the way it is. But the comments are always there, and even, I'm going to turn the phone off right now, so screw it. The comments are always there. You know what you didn't test? What? When you have the phone off the hook, can you still call in on that line? I don't know. I don't know if the light will flash, because I always said, but do not disturb. I think it does, because I seem to remember last time I set it at the end of that it actually would still flash the light. It just doesn't sound the ringer. Okay, so it probably does. It probably does. It's just one of those little, take it or leave it things, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, we got some things we're working on. And, of course, here's the most important thing. I'm going to get ready to wrap this up, because I really didn't have a lot to say. But just want you to know that we will be seeing each other tomorrow and Friday here in the studio. Of course, Saturday and Sunday is Christmas Eve and Christmas, and there's no show that day. So you guys, I want you to know that every day, I want you to have a happy and safe holiday. And please remember that I do know some people love drinking on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Please have a designated driver, okay? I know the weather's going to be nice in southern New England, and I know that somebody is going to go, hey, I'm okay. I just had a few knocks, okay. Please don't get behind the wheel of a car, okay? Please have a designated driver, okay? Remember the alcohol, blood alcohol, I think it's, well, let's put it this way. I think some states, I think Connecticut was a little higher. I think they kind of brought it down to the national level, but it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's 0.6 or 0.7 or 0.2. Please do not drink and drive, okay? And if you can get a designated driver, if you can, spend the night somewhere with your friends, family, okay? Just don't drive. Not only will you, if you get caught, you can get a ticket for driving while intoxicated or driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. That's another thing. Easy on the drugs. Now, I know Massachusetts legalized marijuana. I'm not talking for the Massachusetts people for me. The penalty for using marijuana when driving is not changed. You can still find yourself having to go to court, still have to worry about getting a DUI, still have to go through all that aggravation of having your car impounded. Please, please, please don't do it. All right? Because they did not change the driving laws, even though they legalized marijuana. Oh yeah, one more thing. You cannot have an open package of marijuana in your car. You know what's kind of funny now? What? Right now, the retail part of the law isn't active yet. Right. So you still got to buy the drugs on the black market. You still got to buy marijuana on the black market in Massachusetts at this point, yes. So, I guess so right now, the illicit drug dealers are probably going to be making some money. But you know, the thing is Connecticut is decriminalized. Notice it's not the same thing as legalized, which means that for a certain amount of marijuana, you will not be prosecuted in Connecticut. You might get a fine, but you won't necessarily go to jail if you got like less than an ounce. But seriously, there are things you should never do. Driving while under the influence of drugs and alcohol is one. Working on high voltage electronics inside under the drugs influence of alcohol is number two. I'm not kidding you, like I told Monique yesterday. If you're working in high voltage electronics like old vacuum tube amplifiers and TVs and other equipment, and you're not fully cognizant and knowing where your hands are and you're not thinking clear, it might be the last move you ever make. So, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. It's not worth it. Alright, so for now, we're going to end with a little bit of music from Jingle Punks again, only because I know you can say, Michelle, can't you play something else? Actually, I kind of like that song. And it's also in the YouTube library, and it's available for use in videos like this one. And it's a good song, and I really do wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So, again, thank you very much for being a watcher on my channel. And, yeah, I'm going to go to that sign now. I'm going to get to the sign now. Yep. So, want to thank you all for being here. And I will see you next tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, same time, okay? And it's Friday night, same time, which is tomorrow. Right? And don't forget that tomorrow the Soup Kitchen in Winston, the Open Door Soup Kitchen, is having their Christmas dinner, and it starts at 11:30. There will be a little coffee and stuff beforehand, like it always is, and you can always enjoy a nice little meal. And I thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your kid. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring